What's up, bro? Been a minute. I was on a cruise, and I'll talk about what I learned from that cruise. I learned a lot in another video of mine, but I wanted to take today to talk. Let me get that sun out, boy. Get that sun out. Okay, there it is. Yeah, let me take some time to talk about something that popped into my mind today, and it's something that nobody gets right, bro. Nobody gets this right. You know, when we're talking about self-improvement, we're talking about going to the gym, we're talking about getting girls. If you're a guy, you want to get girls. I mean, that's really the reason you get into the gym in the first place. And then you start doing it for yourself, and you start seeing the progress, and you're like addicted. But yeah, it's all about the basics, like the money, the body. A lot of people overlook the little things like the mental, which nowadays it's getting more mainstream, like mental health stuff. Doing certain things to protect not only your exterior, like your outward presence, but also what's going on in here, because a lot of people hide that and store that away. But what I want to talk about is something that a lot of people, like, there's only a very niche community that do this, and it's social skills, bro. Like, everyone assumes that, oh, you have, once you have the body and once you look good and you're like the Chad, quote unquote, that social skills are easy for you. That's not how it works, bro. Like, social skills are a muscle, right? Like, everything, I like to gamify things because that's just who I am. I like to gamify life. So just like the gym, just like I'm tracking progressive overload, like over time, like progressively adding weight, adding reps, that sort of thing, I'm tracking that with everything in my life, you know, like whether it be my deep work, whether it be like even a small thing like meal timing. I'll just try and move that over slowly and surely to a time that matches me, even wake up times. Like, you can do this with so many things, but what I want to talk about, let me not get off track, is social skills, bro. A lot of people think that and me included, bro, like, I'm not some guy who's mastered this. But, you know, we always are grown up to think like social skills aren't as important as they really are. Like, we just think, like, we see our parents, or at least I'm speaking for myself, but my parents were like, they were very quiet. Like, whenever I would be out in public with them, like, they wouldn't go out of their way and talk to random strangers. And like, I was very quiet growing up in high school. I was very quiet. None of my friends did that too. Like, there would be a few of those like jocks, a few of those guys in high school or even in college who would just be like those kind of frat boy style of guys who would just talk to everyone. And I'm telling y'all to embrace that shit, bro. Like, embrace that kind of goofy fuck boy type vibe. Like, it's not like you have to be a fuck boy, but I'm saying, like, embrace that goofy frat boy style vibe. Don't always be the stuck-up guy, or not stuck-up, but like, don't always be the professional like guy who like tries to act mysterious in front of the people, in front of the girls and shit. Like, dude, I used to think that was the shit. I used to think like, dude, I used to like go past the girls I liked, and like I would have like this sort of like, I would like sucking my cheeks, like I go like that, and I would just look goofy as hell, bro. Like, I don't know what I was thinking going back on it, because I would just go past them. I would look like I hated my life, because I would be like, dude, like, imagine some guy coming past you like that. You're not thinking, oh, that dude's a fucking Chad, that guy's like so hot. I mean, what am I saying, bro? No homo, bro. I'm just saying, like, if you were a girl, you wouldn't be thinking all that. Because, like, one thing that I understood, it took me so long to understand this, is that if you want someone to see you in a certain light, you have to be that person. You can't fake it. So if you're truly happy with your life, it's going to compound, it's going to express itself outward. Whereas if you genuinely are feeling depressed or just not satisfied, that's also going to express outward. There's no hiding that. So that's a completely different topic. But I do think the first thing to get social skills in check is definitely get your habits in check. Make sure you're living your life aligned to who you want to be, right? Now, after that's taken care of, now we're going to move on to social skills, right? And I'm talking about social warm-up specifically. This is not something that's talked about very often. You're probably thinking, what the fuck, social warm-up? But yeah, dude, like, it's something maybe I created, but I find that it really helps me, so I want to share it. And you don't go to the gym and just start your working set right away, right? And if you do, I would advise you to stop and maybe stretch out a bit, or maybe warm up, because that's what you're supposed to do. I think the same thing applies to social skills. And I'm gonna make a whole playlist on this because there's so many different parts about social skills that I'm still currently learning, and I'm going to soon learn more and more stuff. But this is the first thing, social warm-up. I think social skills are a muscle, bro. Just like I said earlier, you need to train them the right way. You can't rely on just winging it, right? So you don't have to even do this when you're going to a bar. Like, for example, I'm going to the gym right now. A lot of people, especially self-improvement oriented people, like, we'll be like locked in on our shit. We'll be locked in on our deep work, locked in on our gym, and we kind of forget to be social. And like, we'll be social to maybe some close friends, but we won't be that guy who's like just that frat boy guy who's just like saying hi to everyone, being that guy. Trust me, bro, I wasn't doing that, but once I like learned to do that, because it is a learned skill, you know, you have to learn it. Some people can get that when they're younger, just from the way they were brought up, people telling them that they're this sort of positive reinforcement. For a lot of guys like us, or like me specifically, I don't know about you, bro, but like, I was not anything special in high school. I was like an ugly fucking dude. I wasn't an athlete. I wasn't social. I never got girls. Never even talked to girls. So for me, it was all built. You know, it wasn't like something I had growing up. So it was something I had to learn, right? And I think the first thing that really helped me with my social skills is getting a job when I was in college. Like, I'm still in college, but a couple years ago, I got this part-time job as a cashier. That really helped me because I didn't just go there to make money. I went there to actually actively work on my social skills. So like, if you're a younger kid, 16 to 20, or even older, 21 maybe, to be honest, you can learn this wherever, but if you're between those ages, I would advise being a cashier, bro. Maybe even on weekends, bro. The amount of social practice you get just talking to people is amazing. Like, the amount of small talk you can initiate, the amount of people you can you're just learning how to have a good tone, how to seem positive, how to make others smile, make others feel good, how to hold a conversation when things get stale. Very important stuff. And damn, I'm all over the place. But social warm-up, right? I've been using this before any social event. That doesn't mean it has to be like something with hella girls. It doesn't mean it has to be like a bar or an actual night event. It can be as simple as going to school, going to the gym, going to get some groceries. Like, that's it. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, this is a muscle that needs to be trained. And trust me, bro, when your social skills are warmed up, you feel like 10 times better. It's so much easier to get into what I like to call social flow. That's probably the ideal end route of social warming up and social skills in general. And I'm sure like every one of you has experienced this at one point. Like, social flow is that moment where you just feel unstoppable. You can just talk to anyone. You have like zero anxiety, and you're just like on a roll, bro. And you're just feeling yourself hella. This could be at any time, bro. Maybe some of you did that when you were like drunk on alcohol. Well, I'm teaching you how to do it sober, bro, because that's what I did, and it worked for me. So It's simple. Now you're probably telling me, what the fuck is a social warm-up, bro? Get to the fucking point. Fine, it's 10 minutes in, but I'll get to the point. Social warm-up is super simple, bro, and it's really up to you how you want to do it, but I think the most important thing is to get into the mindset of, I'm not closed in. You know, if we don't get into a mindset, we're going out there with our earphones, our headphones, all like closed off. We don't care what others think. We're just gonna like say hi and we're gonna be about our own day. But you want to take a chance to kind of remind yourself, okay, bro, like, I'm going to talk to people today. I am going to put myself out there and I am going to like practice my social skills. I'm going to make someone's day better. I'm going to make someone smile today. I'm going to have one insightful conversation and find something new about someone else that I didn't know before. And like, tell yourself that that's going to happen. Like, not in some visualization wishy-washy type. Not that I'm against visualizations, but like, that's not what I mean by this. I'm just saying prime your brain. Get your brain ready for that. It's like, for example, if you're going to do some deep work, you're not just going to be like, oh, I don't want to do this deep work, and then you're going to sit down and do it. Like, there's going to be like maybe a couple seconds. There's going to be something where you're priming your brain. You're like, okay, brain, like, we're going to sit down and do this. Or before the gym, you're going to be like, okay, brain, we're getting into the gym mode now. We're going to put on our clothes and we're going to go to the gym. When you put intent, when you make sure that there's intent, then it's so much more likely that you do it, right? And that's the first step. Tell yourself, I'm going to be social. Second thing, and this is what I like to do. You can copy me if you want, or if you think there's something else useful, you can add that. But this has really worked for me. I'll usually take a few deep breaths, 4 to 5, really like breathing in and then fully breathing out. I don't want to do it right now, but like, you know what I mean? Like, the reason I do that is because just get rid of some of the nerves that you might feel. And it's just, breathing is always probably the best thing you can do. Just like in everything. Like, I feel like, and I'll put I have so many videos I'd like to put out, but breathing is huge too. Like, if you ever feel stressed out, or if you ever feel like, maybe even when you're talking to someone, you're like speeding up your words, just slow it. Just taking a deep breath, even just one, it just slows everything down and it makes you see the present. And so I think it really, really makes sense to do that with a social warm-up, because it teaches you to be present. So that when you're out there, when you're talking to people, you're not in your own head. You're not trying to figure out, oh, what do I say next while they're talking? You're actually talking to them. The third thing I usually do, and this is a bit cheesy, but I'm just telling you what works for me, right? I'll do a big cheeky smile. I'll do a big ass cheeky smile. I'll hold that for like 5-10 seconds. Okay, yeah, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can do a smaller smile, but I like to smile. Like, I just like to smile, just so kind of gets me in that mood. Because the number one thing I've learned is when I'm smiling at someone, they're positive back, they're smiling back. So much easier to get charismatic, to talk to girls, to hold conversations when you just smile. And a lot of times we forget to smile. A lot of times, especially with girls. Not less so with same sex, like guys for me, but with girls it's very easy, like, to just, we'll be nervous and we'll forget to smile. So I like to do this 5-10 seconds smile, just to kind of prime my brain that, like, okay, we're in that smiling mood now. All right. And I usually do something like I usually do some sort of like action, some sort of thing that puts me into that like kind of like let's go mood, like the hyped mood. So for me, it's like usually like snapping my fingers, or like, I don't know, like fucking doing something. But like, that's usually what it is for me. Snap my fingers, I get ready, I fucking get ready to go. I get in that mood. Like, you need like a mood swing, something that you can do that just instantly initiates like that version of you that's out there and social. That's what I do. Final thing I'll do, listen to some banger music. I'll just bob my head and fucking vibe, bro. That'll just set it off, bro. That'll just set it off for me. And now I'm ready to go. And then before I go, I'll take a few deep breaths again, just calm down any nerves that I might have. Because I notice if I go out there feeling all vibey and shit, sometimes I just talk too fast. So just to slow me down a little bit more. That's my full social warm-up that I do. And trust me, bro, don't knock it till you try it. I'm being perfectly honest with you guys, just because, like, if there's even one person out there who, like, might find some value with this, I mean, I'll be happy to help. Because, like, this actually helped me, bro. This is a social warm-up that I kind of made up myself. But it got me from, you know, going into places, doubting myself, feeling hella anxious, feeling like I don't belong, feeling scared of girls, feeling scared of rejection, scared of judgment, feeling just bored and just not able to hold conversations, and just feeling off, right? As soon as I do this, bro. And the first couple of times, it's not like a night and day difference. Like, you're not gonna be like going out there and like, you're not gonna go from this quiet antisocial dude to some like crazy fucking social guy, charismatic. But the more you do it, the more charismatic you get. It's a skill. And a lot of people get in their own way with this without even knowing, bro. Like, this social warm-up will put you ahead of 90% of people who are intending to be social, or even get girls for that matter, bro. Trust me, bro. Get into a good mood yourself, along with you having your shit together, and just trust me, you'll feel 10 times better. You'll go out there and feel confident, you'll feel hyped, but you'll also feel present, and you'll feel like you're actually impacting people's lives just by going out there and being yourself. So yeah, dude, if that was fun for you, if that was insightful at all, give it a shot. And yeah, dude, I hope it works for you, because it worked a lot for me. And yeah, spread the word, bro. Social skills need to be trained. It's a muscle. So peace out. I'm gonna go hit this push workout. Let's get it, boy.